Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are visiting Roots Flea Market. This is a flea market that is open on Tuesdays and Saturdays, but I normally come on Tuesday. So it is quite early in the morning and we're gonna go to the flea market together. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let's see what we can find to flip for a profit. So getting to the flea market this early is always a great idea, and lots of people here already. This flea market truly opens at dawn. Sometimes you see people walking around with flashlights before it's even dawn. This little box was nice. I did like the decoupaged paper applique, I'll call it, but I didn't see a price on it. I do like when I get to a vendor booth and they have pricing on their items. I know that's not always possible, but it makes it really helpful. Okay, this piece of wood, chunk of wood, caught my attention. I think this is one of the cypress knees, and I'm looking at it. It seems like it's been hollowed out. Somebody planning on making a lamp base, maybe? Now, I have sold these before. If you guys remember, I did show finding a cypress knees lamp that was just gorgeous that I sold. That one came from Williams Grove Flea Market, so I always keep my eyes out for those, but that one was too unfinished and not especially great. Okay, a box of buckles. Box of buckles. Say that 3 times fast. Thought this paper doll book was funny. The first family in their skivvies. They need clothing. Okay, let's keep going. Paintings like this always capture my attention right away. I think these are Rembrandt copies. Beautiful frames. Gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. And right away, I'm recognizing that this vendor has beautiful quality items. Now, they are going to be up priced, but like I said, I always pay a little bit less because I've learned to barter and bundle together. It's fixed. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful items.
They're all for sale.
Yep.
Those are $10 a piece. I think there are 2 of them.
What are they made out of? Is it
Think of the word.
a citrine?
No,
It's not amber, right?
yes, amber.
It is amber.
Yes. Anything that you like on the painting, we'll talk money.
Okay, thank you. So while I was looking at the artwork, I was thinking in my mind of how I could offer this man less for the pieces that I wanted. I never want to insult anybody. So usually I start by saying, will you take, or is there a lower price if I bundle items? Here I picked up a small painting. I didn't think it was especially good, but I want to develop a relationship with dealers like this. His items are really good. So by the end of the day, we did talk quite a bit, and I was really happy with the sale that he made with me, or I should say the deal he made with me. So right here I'm looking at this wicker frog. I thought this was great. I knew this would sell pretty well.
The frog.
And now I'm going to turn on the sound again so you guys can hear our conversation.
That's semi-precious stones.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
India. And if you're interested, I'll give it to you for $25.
If I bought several pieces, will you work with me on it?
Sure.
I'm interested in this. Is there something else? The frog. So what would that be? 20, 50, 65. I'm trying to see what else I might want. What is there something else?
That's an old one for opium. Chinese.
What are you asking on that?
20. You can smoke it.
I can't even handle coffee most days.
That's right.
Okay. What would you do for those four
20,
then? 1,
65.
2.
What was it?
You said 65 and you said 20 for this one, so
Yes,
85. So
85.
what would you do for the 4?
Here, what? $65.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. So although it looks like I'm only giving him $60, I had handed him a 20 before those. So altogether, I gave him 80 and he gave me 15 back. Like I said, this gentleman was a pleasure to meet. His name is Ali, and he also wound up telling me that he has quite a bit of a collection in his home. And if Roger and I would like to come take a look, we were welcome to. These are the type of relationships I love building. So we had a great conversation, and I also wound up buying the art glass bottle. Just stunningly beautiful. Hopefully I captured that. If not, I will put that in the trunk haul at the end of this video. Oh good, here is the bottle here. He did want 80, and I bundled this also, and he gave me a lower price. Just beautiful. This is Gallo, and this is very early. I'm going to say that's probably 1920s. Very arts and crafts, just beautiful, no damage, and I was thrilled to get that. As I turned the corner, this beautiful textile caught my attention. Very primitive looking, homespun, all those good words, but I really don't know a lot about how to age linens. And then every sparkly thing catches my attention. Look at this bowl. I have a weakness for wood bowls. And even though it did have a crack, I love seeing a repair like that, done with copper wire. Very well done. But that bowl is truly oversized, and the shipping rates on oversized items are just killing the sales, so I do leave that one behind. So here is a good example of vendors still not set up. Now, a lot of these vendors are set up, like I said, in the dark, but then there are a good amount that come a little bit later. So there are always new items to discover. This gentleman is still setting up his canopy, and he has set up his table with wares. And yep, I'm going to get in his way. He was really nice. He didn't mind. Okay, pottery, another weakness. If I was wealthy, I would buy all the beautiful pots and jars and jugs. So a lot of this is Eldrith pottery, which has become one of my favorites, made in Pennsylvania. That was a Salmon Falls stoneware, but the salt glaze, Eldrith, so beautiful. I love the Eldrith redware and the older pieces. $59 for that plate, which I thought was quite good for a personal collection. Not a lot of meat left on the bone, for resale. I do enjoy looking at it though. There is so much to learn at flea markets like this. Now at a flea market, it is a lot harder for me not to film people. There are just people everywhere. I loved this shelf, $65. I have sold a few of those similar type style shelves. A lot of them handmade. And look at this lampshade. Ugh, I think this is arts and crafts movement. Sometimes I'm just making this stuff up, but boy, is that pretty. Do I want to ship that? No, I don't. Keep moving, Karen. So what do I look at? A huge bird. I always wonder what the story and the history of this stuff is and where this stuff all comes from. Winds up in Pennsylvania, just amazing. Okay, the doll was a little bit scary, but I do like to look at dolls like this. I look to see if they have a goat's hair wig. Look at the separated teeth. That is a beautiful doll, unfortunately very damaged. Can you tell what's catching my attention? Really, I'm just wasting time with this little creamer. It's the fish in the back. I love a good fish. First, I'm picking up the ashtray because I feel like at this point I'm going to bundle at this table too if the vendor will work with me. And the fish is a gurgle jug. I have never found one of these before. I believe when you put liquid in it, the inside is formed a certain way to where it makes a gurgling noise. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong about that. So now I'm just trying to spy anything else that I will pick up, because once the vendor is in the mode of lowering prices, you want to scoop up as much as you can. I do like to give them a fair deal, but I definitely am in this for reselling. I am not in it to make friends or to, add to my personal collection, which is really nothing because I really don't collect anything. But here the gentleman was wonderful, and I did wind up picking up quite a few pieces.
Yeah, they're.
All of the glass looks so pretty in the sunshine. I love looking at this type of glass. Doesn't always mean that, I will pick it up. Here is a piece, gorgeous iridescent carnival glass with a stag on it. I don't know that I've seen this before. $25, again, probably what you would get for it on eBay, maybe a little bit more. So Indiana glass, carnival glass, iridescent glass, pressed glass, all beautiful, especially in the sunshine. Those prices, though, way too high. I do find that type of glass in the thrift stores quite often. And when I do, I will pick it up when it's, $5, $7, something like that. I probably hold on to pieces for quite a while because it is so prolific. So even though the glass is collected and it is beautiful, there's just a lot of it. So that does hurt the value of it. This vendor was still setting up. I try to be respectful and stay out of the way. I like these little nesting boxes. I was hoping there was a few more of those wicker baskets, but it was only the one that had a little bit of damage.
Good morning.
All of that is $2 over there. If you get earrings, 2 pairs.
Lots of costume jewelry, and I have learned this takes up my whole day. So I try to look very quickly through the jewelry, and I know a lot of you guys say, Karen, pick up the jewelry. But to go through these boxes just takes me too much time. So time is everything. I always say that. If I could buy more time, that would be the one thing that I would purchase. Looks like a briar horse on the corner. I probably missed that. And let's keep going. Here I'm spotting one of those vases that are shaped like a head or a bust. $45. And she has a little blemish on her nose. There's another piece of, I think that one was Indiana glass. I guess I shouldn't say $45 like, like I'm offended. It's her thing. She can charge whatever she wants. But in a flea market like this, people are really looking for a bargain. This was highly unusual. I've never seen this. This is a woman's torso in blown glass. So blown glass is just beautiful and never ceases to amaze me, all the different shapes. I did really like this floral platter. Again, quite big, but I like that daisy print. And pottery, always pottery. This one had no marks. I'm really trying to pick up pottery that is signed or has marks. Even if I can't understand the signature, at least in my title, my eBay title, I can put artist signed, and it gives the person more of a reason to check into, to click into my listing so that they can see if they recognize the artist, even if I don't. Okay, the vase with the irises is beautiful, quite heavy. And I thought it was a little bit crudely done. Now, some older pottery is quite crude looking, meaning very unsymmetrical, very not evenly polished. But I felt that piece was not a high-end piece. I liked this ribbed jar, but again, not signed. These could be student pieces. The one on top, the white one, looked a little like Weller to me. And I missed looking at that one. I don't think it was Weller. Here's a wood bowl, and I think that's teak. And I have slowed down picking up teak bowls. I only pick up the ones in excellent condition now. This next vendor had so many items that I loved, and I didn't realize that the gentleman sitting on the chair who owned all of this was a man that I met recently, a couple months ago. Roger and I were driving on a country road, and we saw this large house being cleaned out, and there was a ton of stuff outside in the yard. So of course we had to stop and talk to the gentleman who was doing the clean out, and his name is Aaron. And as I turned the corner and came amongst all of this beautiful treasure and started looking at this table, Aaron said, "Do you remember me?" So I'm going to turn on the natural sound and you can hear our conversation. Aaron cleans out houses and really has a great eye for vintage items. So this is how he markets his items. He sells at flea markets, and he also has an antique booth. I will try to link his booth in the description below because this gentleman has a lot of stuff and very cool finds. So let's turn on the natural sound, and where I realize that Aaron is the same man that I had just met probably a month, 6 weeks ago.
Stopped by down in Bowmansville.
Where was it?
Down in Bowmansville at the house I was cleaning out.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I don't remember your name, forgive
Sorry,
me.
Aaron.
Aaron,
Yeah.
Karen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah, so I set up, this is my second time set up this year.
Wow.
So I'm done with that, and now it's time to get rid of stuff.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you finished the house.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that is amazing. Well, you got great stuff. Right
Yeah,
away, I
thank you.
passed quite a few tables, stopped at yours.
yeah,
It's nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
I like this guy, he's very cool.
yeah.
I just don't know off the top of my head what I could do, for,
Yeah,
with
no,
it. So
I-
sometimes it's like I'm filling a bag, but it's like,
Yep.
and then you get home and what you paid for it is what you're getting. So we
Yep.
know that
Oh,
story.
I understand.
Oh, this guy's cool too.
Yeah. I'm here to move it though, so if there's something you're...
Okay, this is a weird question. Is this taxidermy?
I don't think it's taxidermy.
Really?
I think it's more like, when you go to like Florida and they have like the alligator heads, like...
But those
I don't
are
know
real, aren't they?
I
The
think it's a
alligator
real-
heads.
Yeah, I guess novelty. I don't know if that's like the word.
But this wasn't a live frog,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That is so cool. And on eBay, I have to check before I put things on eBay that it's not on the endangered list. There's
Oh,
so
really?
much research, yeah. You have to make sure it's like an invasive species, that they don't mind you killing them and creating tchotchke out of it.
Yeah.
He is very cool, though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's 25.
So that's what you were talking about. That is really cool.
I have all the big cameras and got all set up with that, and then I found these, and it's like
It's quite easier to.
so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have like the strap for the chest mount and, you know, all of that, the bag mount. Just holding it is, try to keep things simple.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful too.
You have to tell me what the card you gave me.
Yeah.
Is that your YouTube channel? Or is
Yeah, I'm Lavender Clothesline
Okay.
on YouTube, Instagram, and on eBay. I kept it all the same.
Okay.
This looks like almost like an Eldred. This is beautiful. So, Aaron, what would you think for this piece, the frog, maybe taxidermy, the hull, 2 geese or ducks, whatever those are?
There's 3 pieces?
Yeah. I don't know who this is. It almost looks like an Eldrith, but there's no signature, so I don't think it's Eldrith.
Like, I've learned a little bit more about it. My sister, are you familiar with Ned Foltz
Yes.
pottery?
Yes.
So my sister just married his, get this right, his nephew.
Okay.
So now like they've gone over and like she's made him pottery, like, and I'm like, his stuff is like crazy.
I
Like,
love his stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I've
so
sold
cool.
a few
So, like,
pieces
yeah.
and done really well with it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is outstanding.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even. That's like.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I don't know
Is
what
that
that is. I don't know what it is though.
That
So-
almost doesn't seem like a mark. It almost seems like, well, maybe. Oh no, it is. It's a bird,
Yeah.
right, with 2 little legs.
Like I had another. See, and I think that might be the same. See, like that's the same mark.
Okay.
These came, these
Yeah.
are out the same box that I.
Yeah, and that one was
But they look, you wouldn't think that they were the,
the
same.
shape.
by
No, the shape of it. You're right. I think you
Yeah.
have a point there, just the way the rim is, and
What do I have on that? 25.
yeah. I wish every single thing in the world was marked. It would make my job so much easier. Because I don't have a lot of knowledge, so
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
I'll do 50 on the 3. Basically like
Okay, and what were they? I don't even know what they were.
25, 25, and 18.
Okay, so that's more than fair. Thank you. I'll take those 3. I don't want to scoot in front of you. Sorry. No worries.
One of my favorite styles of vendors is a tarp seller. So they're not selling tarps, but anything on a certain tarp is that price. So first, when I noticed these squirrel expandable bookends, I fell in love with these. Now these are made in India, the stickers said, but I thought they were really good and they are hand carved. Now the little white sticker that was on them was from, I guess, an auction house or an antique booth where this woman got the things. That was not her price, and I don't realize that until I noticed the sign on the tarp saying anything on the tarp $5. So here I'm still considering it because she had them for $10 or $20. And then I read the sign to myself, $5 each. So right away, I do take these and start to look at different items on both the tarps. Now this tarp was $5 each, and the other tarp you could have your choice for $10. So I did ask her to bundle together anything that I chose, and she was happy to do it. And I walked away with quite a few pieces from this vendor. So really fun shopping at this type of sale.
The bone place is all the way across the street. Yeah, that's a briar.
Is it?
Little scooters to take you from one side to the other.
Perfect.
I get out of reach. He just won't stop. He wants to play. He wants to play. Let's do it. Hey, you know what?
Okay, so we took the bowls that were on the $10 tarp and the carved bird, not sure what kind of bird that is, on the $10 tarp, and then 2 squirrel bookends. These things are so cool. And she's going to do $25 for the 4.
Like almost like a miniature version of your display.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like it's for tabletop or on top of the shelf. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think I could ship it to you.
Oh, he's thinking it would be metal if it was older. I guess.
Look at these antique real estates.
Okay, so now it's starting to get crowded. I have been through probably twice, some rows 3 times. Did really well. Let's go back to the car and do a haul. Okay, so after checking out the flea market, we come over to the farmer's market part, and this is where I'm going to do my grocery shopping today because I don't have time to go to the regular grocery store. So I'm going to go inside and see what items I can find to sort of like supplement my diet until I get to the grocery store. Come along. The choices here are just amazing. I come in and think I know what I have on my list and then come out with totally different items. Look at the apples. Evercrisp, $4.50. Carousel, Cortland Faith. Apple cider.
The first time, then the second time. And this is how you wear it.
All right, I think I'm going to go inside. I'm not quite sure why, because there's already so much outside. I might look for the Greek vendor because I love the soup there. So I'll bring home a quart of soup, and that'll be dinner one night. Let's see if we can work our way through the crowds and find the Greek vendor. May I get a middle piece, please? The ends sometimes are a little bit different. Thank you. Can I get a spanakopita? And may I have a piece of tiramisu?
Okay, so I'm just going to do a little mini haul right here in the trunk, right in the parking lot, because we got things to do today. First of all, I'm going to start with, this is actually my breakfast, even though it's probably like, I don't even know what time it is. I got here, I think I got here at 7:30, so it's got to be like 10 o'clock, 10:30. So first off, this is spinach lasagna, Greek style, so I'm going to have that. Yep, I'm going to eat all of this. And next up, oh, this is my dessert. I'm going to eat tiramisu. This is all fresh made. Bakeries here are amazing. Tiramisu, if you don't know, is a cake that is layered with very light cream, and it has an espresso flavoring to it. I think they put real coffee in it, just what I need. And the other part of the meal has flipped over. You know what? Let me see if I could just do it this way. And this is spanakopita, one of my favorite foods. It is a spinach filling, again Greek, with phyllo pastry. So that is going to be my breakfast. But let's do a haul first before I sit in my car and eat before going on to other shopping places. Yep, a lot of times I'm eating in my car. All right. So the prices that you see, if you see stickers on things, are not the prices I pay. I love coming to a flea market because almost always the vendors are very willing to negotiate because they set up for the day, they do all of that work. They really want to push their items. So I love coming to a flea market. All right, so I bought this hammered copper bowl. You can see it has a green verdigris in it. It's patina. And I paid $3 for it. So I thought that was a wonderful find. People like to just display these. I imagine if you cleaned it up, you could still use it, but I'm not positive about that, but I would guess. All right, next up is this gorgeous piece. This is a gurgle vase. So I'm not sure what makes it gurgle, and it did come with paperwork. And this is Royal, what does that say, Martin? I should take my glasses off. I have sunglasses on right now. Whoops, don't want to drop him. All right, let's see what this says. Can I read it? Yeah, I think it says Royal Martin. Made in England. Just stunningly beautiful. I love a good fish. I picked up these two little kitties. I paid $2 a piece for them. And I did like them because they're in great shape. Now, these are quite common, but I noticed that this one has a rare color. At least I haven't seen this color a lot, and that is the person who painted it. These are just hobbyist pieces, but they're so cute. How can you resist a cat? I thought this piece was quite unique. This is a wood. I'm going to say this is meant for the middle of a dining room table to put fruit or something in, kind of like a centerpiece. But I think if you lined the wood, you could also use it as a planter. How fantastic would that be to have some kind of big, beautiful plant coming out of it? Love that piece. Next up, I think I found these bowls on the Tarp sales. So some of the vendors just set up their items on tables. Some of them have tarps on the ground, and they'll make like everything on a tarp a certain price. I believe I got this one off of the $10 a piece, but I did not pay $10 for this. Again, I group things together and ask for a special price. These are melamine. They're just made in China, but I thought the colorway was good, and just nesting bowls people love. A duck or a goose planter. So this is Hull pottery. See how it says $18? I didn't pay anywhere near $18. I would never pay $18 for a piece of Hull pottery, but I thought this was especially good. Next up, this gorgeous bowl, Christmas 1981. Now, when I first looked at it, I thought it was either Ted Noltz or Eldrith, and I don't know who the mark is. It looks like the mark is maybe a bird. That's just a guess. So if you recognize that mark, would you guys leave a comment down below? Because to go through all the pottery marks would take hours. But I thought this was really sweet. Really love this one. It is redware or terracotta. And along with that piece, this was a different vendor, but I fell in love with this piece. This is a pig tile. Who doesn't love a good pig? And it has the Moravian Pottery and Tile Works information on the back. Moravian Pottery and Tile Works is in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, so we find quite a few tiles here. I thought this one was especially good. And you can see it has a hanger, so it's really meant as decorative, but I guess you could put it in the middle of your subway tile on your backsplash. That would be very cool. I picked up this ashtray, butterfly brass. Now in my last video, I kind of said I had quieted down picking up
brass, but a butterfly and an ashtray, just beautiful. Probably made in India would be my guess, but really nice. And I think most people would use this as a trinket dish nowadays. I found this bamboo woven frog. You guys know me, I'm into frogs lately, and no, I definitely did not pay anywhere near $20. And he's great. He's got little bead eyes, and inside he was rattling golf tees. So this is lacquered inside, so my guess probably made in China, but I really loved him. Okay, speaking about frogs, I know this might be a little creepy to people, but I believe this is a taxidermy live, well, he's not live anymore, frog. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to sell him on eBay, but I'm going to give that a chance. Now, taxidermy is allowed on eBay, but it cannot be a species that is endangered. So I just thought he was fantastic, and I took him. Again, did not pay that price. A blue glass camel ashtray. Look how pretty that is. I love a good piece of blue glass. So I picked that up. This is my favorite find of the day. This is art glass, gallo art glass, hand blown earliest 20th century. And it is signed Tip. Is that T-I-P? So I guess that is the person in gallo who painted it. Very arts and crafts, just stunningly beautiful. And I think gallo is the gentleman who was selling it, the dealer, said that they were a bottling company, and this is an early piece. He wanted 80, but again, I paid a lot less for it. These were a great find. They are squirrel expandable bookshelves. So they slide into each other. These were on the $5 table, and the more you bought, the cheaper it got. So I did bundle a few of these items along with that. I think I caught that on film. So I love this type of thing. I think everybody else will love them too, so I went ahead and picked them up. Here's a little lacquered box. I don't know much about it, but I thought this was fantastic. So I picked that up along with this box. This box is very unique because inside are a pipe, an opium pipe. I'm not sure what the pipe is made out of. Looks like just a carved little piece of wood. And not quite sure what this piece is. I have no idea. Is that something to pack down the tobacco? And it looks like a little figural, maybe a monkey top. How cool is this stuff? And a knife that is a mother of pearl. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Very happy with that find. I did pick up this box at the same vendor. So this. I think that's all that came from that vendor. This is a design made from crushed gemstones, and inside the box is a little piece of paper, a little chart that gives you what color is what gem. So I thought that was very cool. So you can look at your box and see, you know, like, oh, the pink was garnet or whatever. Very, very cool box. And what did I skip? I think this is the last piece. Cloisonne dishes. These two are older. So this one is an older piece. It is made in China. Now, not everything that says China on it is new or contemporary. China was marked on some of the older pieces also. And I'm not quite sure how long ago these were made, but these two are definitely older than this one. All right, guys, so that is a little crazy trunk haul along with what I'm eating. And this is Roots Market in East Earl, I believe, Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for watching. Go out and get what's yours.